Hello everyone, how's it going? Welcome to my first ever YouTube video. Feels a bit scary, don't really know how to talk to a camera. Yeah, I haven't gone mad. I've been thinking about starting a YouTube video for a couple of years, but I've kept postponing it. Now is a pretty good time to do it, so I'm doing it. The idea behind the channel is to talk around self-understanding, self-acceptance, self-love, self-improvement, self-development, and with all of these topics, basically to empower ourselves to create better lives for ourselves. And ultimately, if we're doing better internally, then we're more likely to do better externally in our communities and build, a better world, basically, without sounding completely mad. Is pretty true. If we want to be happy in life, we do genuinely need to be grounded internally. And I feel like I can talk about these topics. I really had a bit of a rough time about 3.5 years ago. I had a burnout and a breakdown. It was horrific. It wasn't a one-time event. It's totally ongoing, recovering from a burnout and breakdown. A lot to do with mental health, physical health, these really difficult topics. And I think I would like to open up Pandora's box around these topics and destigmatize a lot around mental health. I think, mental health is such a buzzword right now, but I do feel that there's so many ways to explore these topics. And, as I said, I went through a very difficult period. It was quite lonely and isolating, and I genuinely couldn't really understand what I was going through. I couldn't really find anyone talking about burning out and breaking down. I didn't really have access to the vocabulary to talk about these topics, and therefore I couldn't really express what I was going through. So I think the more we normalize these conversations in society, the more we are able to empower ourselves, empower each other, and generally not let people burn out and break down because we know how to handle it maybe before it happens. So the topic's generally around self-development, self-improving, and we can talk about really difficult subjects like burning out, breaking down, rock bottom. I realised that, I don't look perfect. I feel like it's been really important for me to understand how to come across as genuine. And, I postponed starting a YouTube channel because I thought, maybe I have to have a perfect background, or I need to wear makeup, or I need to do my hair, or something needs to be perfect. But I just find majority of social media, Instagram, a lot of YouTube as well, unfortunately, is just a perfect aesthetic. And so as viewers and consumers, we get used to seeing so much of this perfect life from other people, and then we put pressure on ourselves to think we should be perfect and everything needs to look perfect. And I feel like a lot of brands' aesthetics these days are their value is look good, needs to look good, needs to look perfect. So you can even see my cables behind. That's not probably looks really bad. And before anyone talks about that light, I've just moved into this flat and the previous owner left it. I haven't changed it because it's just so big. I don't want it to be on my floor. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to be talking about imperfections, what's so important to embrace, and actually really, really, really difficult for women, some women, I'm sure some men as well, to embrace imperfection, and how that can hold back your ability to be yourself, and your ability to use your voice, and your ability to create, and just generally be a more empowered person, because we're so scared of not being perfect. So hopefully I've explained my channel, the idea behind the channel. Apparently it takes between 50 and 100 videos to make good content, so stick around. It's going to be a slow burner. I am actually in the process of gradually moving career from project management consulting in renewable energy industry. It's amazing, it's really interesting, but my personal interests, I can think of a better word for interest. Personal passion is genuinely psychology, therapy. So I'm really slowly, gradually moving into that world. And I guess one of the catalysts to starting this YouTube channel is that I have started talking to a counsellor recently, and I can talk about that another time. I don't really gel with her that much. I have another therapist long term and she's great, but started this counsellor and we don't really get on that well. She doesn't really understand me. I don't really understand her. And she just said, well, if you want to move into the field, she's Irish, Northern Irish. I'm sorry if I slaughter the accent. If you want to move into the field of therapy or psychology or give people advice on their lives, don't you think you should be behaving like someone who can give advice? It does feel like brutal. It's true though. So I feel like I've sat on a really difficult few years and I've learned a lot. And I just want to give those lessons out into whoever wants to hear them, because it's important to talk about really difficult times. And I hope I have summarised the YouTube channel. It's going to be about self-development, self-improvement, fundamentally building a better life for yourself, and that means facing some pretty difficult topics. So, enjoy. See you very soon. Bye.